across the nation and around the clock. From California to Michigan and along the East Coast, college campuses erupting in protest. Pro-Palestinian demonstrators demanding action, refusing to back down. As a string of outsiders try to join the conversation, tonight we hear from the students themselves. We're at Columbia University, the epicenter of the demonstrations that helped spark nationwide unrest.
The voices in Gaza are routinely massacred. On top of that, we have millions of Gazans within the Gaza Strip who are also displaced, starving day in and day out.
As tensions rose dramatically, Jewish students say they've experienced harassment and anti-Semitism. Some say they no longer feel safe on campus.
At this point is not about free speech anymore because it has crossed the line into direct harassment and assault. My friends had water thrown in their faces. One of my friends had his Israeli flag ripped out of his hands, and people were throwing hard objects at him, including hitting him in the face and in the chest.
To what extent is this about free speech versus disrupting classes?
The president of the university changed all classes to Zoom. Why should somebody like me, who is not disrupting anything, not be able to go to class because people in there want to do class via Zoom from inside of their tents? To me, that is totally absurd.
Protests first began on campuses after the October 7th Hamas attack on Israel, where roughly 1,200 were killed and 250 were taken hostage, according to the IDF. Israel's war on Gaza has killed at least 34,000 Palestinians, according to the Hamas-run health ministry.
We're here for Palestine. This is not about us. This is not about the students. This is not about the college. This is about something so much more.
In December, the presidents of Harvard and the University of Pennsylvania faced a congressional grilling on anti-Semitism. It led to their resignations. And just last week, Columbia University's president, Minouche Shafik, was also called to testify.
Anti-Semitism has no place on our campus, and I am personally committed to doing everything I can to confront it directly.
The next day, the NYPD were called in to clear out the encampment built by protesters on Columbia's campus. Administrators say the students were breaking university rules. 100 people were arrested and charged with trespassing, including junior Sarah Boris, who is Jewish.
What went through your head when you were arrested?
It was a scary moment when the riot cops are coming into your college campus and putting you in zip ties. But I think that I knew these risks. I knew that that was the risk of the action I was taking.
Sarah was later suspended and lost access to campus, classes, and her dorm. But she says she has no regrets.
What I was taught as a Jew growing up is completely against the actions that you're seeing in Gaza at the hands of the IDF. You're seeing hospitals being destroyed. And that's just completely against everything I was taught, the value of human life as a Jewish person.
Soon after those arrests, the encampment came back stronger.
Repression breeds more resistance. The more that they repress us, the more that we will resist, and the more that our demands become truer and truer.
Yazoun El Moussa is a Palestinian-American dental student. He's been protesting on campus since October.
We've also had comments come at us that are very racist, that are very
Islamophobic,
Islamophobic, anti-Palestinian. And our goal is to really to move past that, to understand that our values to free Palestine is in line with anti-Semitism. We've made our demands very clear and we haven't budged. We asked for financial transparency from all of Columbia's investments. We asked full divestment from all of the profiting that Columbia gets within the bombing within the Gaza Strip, and amnesty for all the students who spoke up.
What happens if there's a stalemate?
We stand steadfast. If anything Palestinians have taught us, it's steadfast within our land. And our people know that, every single protester knows that, and we will not move, we will not budge.
Give me a sense of just how delicate that dance is that the university president has to deal with.
They're juggling students, they're juggling parents, alumni, donors, politicians, these outside actors, even residents of the community who all have stakes in this issue. I think they're trying to make choices, as to what do you prioritize here? And that's an incredibly, almost impossible answer.
Isabella Ramirez is the editor-in-chief of the student-run newspaper, the Columbia Daily Spectator.
Where have you seen the line between free speech and hate speech?
That line, people draw in different places, and I think that's also part of the issue. Some people say, no, this chant does not mean that. And other people say, well, this chant makes me deeply feel unsafe and uncomfortable.
Sophomore Alicia Baker is a Middle Eastern history major who speaks out in op-eds in the school paper.
So for 6.5 months, we've been calling out the threatening rhetoric and saying, this is anti-Semitic. And we've been told, well, you're interpreting it wrong. And to me, that was an anti-Semitic double standard, too. Why are Jews the only minority group that when we call out threats against us, we're told that we're interpreting it wrong?
Back in January, Columbia student protester Kaimani James live-streamed anti-Semitic comments.
Be grateful that I'm not just going out and murdering Zionists.
Today, university officials announcing they're barring him from campus. James issued a statement saying, in part, what I said was wrong. Every member of our community deserves to feel safe without qualification. Protest organizers distancing themselves from James.
He apologized and he asked for space to reflect and learn and grow, and that he will step away from being press spokesperson.
When you have people chanting, bomb Tel Aviv, and saying that they're Hamas, I don't think that's activism.
Junior Chaya Dresnick says she and her friends have been the targets of anti-Semitic vitriol.
We went to observe a protest that was going on, and they started targeting their chants towards us. They ended it off with, October 7th will be every day for you guys.
I'm gonna do just like they did all the soldiers October 7th.
Good.
You see how many soldiers we got? Yo, y'all got smoked. Y'all got smoked, bro. You about to be in a pack with them.
One of the groups involved in the protests, the Columbia University Apartheid Divest, said in a statement, our movement is united in valuing every human life.
We are against all forms of bigotry. We do not stand for that. We allow every single person into our camp. We do not reject people based on ethnicity, based on religion. We ask that everyone respects those community guidelines, to be respectful to the people around them.
Student activism on colleges is stitched into the fabric of American history, from civil rights protests in the 1960s to the anti-Vietnam War unrest that left 4 people dead at Kent State University at the hands of the Ohio National Guard. With the weight of history on their shoulders, Columbia's students and administrators continue to negotiate, with the countdown to commencement less than 3 weeks away.